If you want to build a foundation for kids, you need a good blueprint, and we've got one. Meet him. Coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at the new offices of the American Heart Association's Waccamaw Division here on 44th Avenue North in Myrtle Beach. We're focused on the first annual Blueprint Leadership Life Skills Celebrity Football Camp. And we're visiting with Blueprint Parker himself. Good morning.
Thanks for having me here.
The founder of the Blueprint Leadership Academy. And of course, I hate to say it, the creator as well of this incredible idea.
Oh yeah, I think it's just a blessing. Thanks for having me on this show.
Absolutely. What an exciting time right now. And what about the Heart Association office here? Isn't this place fantastic?
Oh yeah, it's lovely. Good people.
They have really done it right. And of course, they're making a difference in Horry and Georgetown County. Much of your focus, I know, is on the Waccamaw Neck as well. Really
Right.
dedicated to Georgetown County and to Horry as well. I mean, you really hit it hard.
Well, without a doubt, you know, people talk about doing things, but you know, I ask people all the time, what are you doing? You know, you talk about these kids and what they're doing bad things, but what are you doing to try to help them do some good things?
Right.
So that's what this all came about, you know.
Absolutely. Real quick about yourself, Blueprint, for folks who may not have seen you when you were with us at the Atlantic Eye Center there down in Merle's Inlet. Are you originally from the area?
Born and raised at Chapee, outside of Georgetown, in a little community out there called Chapee, and live out there on Black River. And went to Chapee High School, and now Chapee High School is converted into Carvers Bay High School, and so I was born and raised in the area.
Right, absolutely. And
Homeboy, as you call it.
Yes, and you came home. You left for a good while.
Yeah, I was gone some 30 years.
Is that right?
Yeah, and glad to be back. Came back in 2001 and started the Blueprint Leadership Academy, a non-profit academy, and we've been working with the schools in Georgetown and Horry School District and in other states and counties, but we've been making a difference. That's what it's all about, trying to make a difference.
This celebrity football camp is just hearing you talk about it early this morning as we've been going through much of what's happening, getting ready for Saturday, June 7th. It is incredible to think of what all you're offering for kids.
Well, you know, you look at it like this. Most young men and young ladies, they like sports. You know, so we said, how can we connect? You know, I was talking to Dr. Pringle, Dr. Dozier, and I says, how can I really connect with these young men in the different school districts and get them all together and mentor to them? Because they all need some mentoring. When you look at how many of them are being raised in single-family homes, they need that male figure in their lives. So I says, why not let's do a life skill celebrity football camp? And then that way we'll be able to mentor with them, you know, and give them some advice on things like attitude, self-esteem, setting goals, day-to-day goals, and how you could be the best person. And if you're the best person, you're going to be a good athlete or whatever you decide to be in life.
Right. It is still to a great degree wrapped around much of your life skills from the Blueprint Leadership Academy, though, right?
Yeah, every young man that attend, that's one of the things that they'll get. They'll get an autographed picture of Mr. George Rogers in the Heisman Trophy, and they'll get a T-shirt of the event. And the first 200 people that sign up, that register for this event, they will get a collector's item event, collector's item football. And it's got the event on it, the logos, and it's being done by DC Sports out of Washington, D.C. Right. And they also will get a life skill book in that package, and some other things will be in there too.
I know. Well, we want to highlight some of those other things which you shared with us earlier this morning. But if a viewer needs to get off to work now or get family off to school, what's the best phone number? Do you all have a website that they could visit?
Yeah, one of the best
more?
things you could do to review the event, you could go to our website, www.blueprintleadership.org. Again, that is www.blueprintleadership.org. Right. And you could view the event there. And also you could call us at 843-545-8861.
545-8861. You got a great location right in the heart of Georgetown as well.
Yeah, the event is going to be held at Carvers Bay High School, and it's going to be an event that's going to go on June the 7th, but you need to register in advance for it. And if you can't register in advance, please call us, and then we can at least log your name in, because we're going to have a certain amount of T-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
And we would like for every young man that attend will have a T-shirt. We need to know your size. And so actually we had something like a drop dead date on May the 23rd, but we're not going to turn anybody away, you know. So if you come late, we're not going to turn you away. As long as we know you want to participate, we're going to make room for you.
So you'll have a handful of extra T-shirts, but they really
Definitely.
should be calling now and over the next 3 weeks leading up to May 23rd,
Right.
even though the event's June 7th.
Oh, without a doubt. I firmly believe if if you have a young man and you're trying to help them to be the best they could be, and not just in sports, if you want a young man to prosper in life, because
Right.
this is not just about sports. I mean, we're going to be doing these life skill mentoring classes, and
Sure.
the legendary Coach Willie Jeffrey is going to be here. George Rogers with the Heisman Trophy will be here. You're going to have All-Pro former Darnell Wolfer is going to be here. Dwayne Harper, former Clemson and San Francisco 49ers two-time Super Bowl champion Jim Stuckey. He's going to be here. Mr. Edwin Bailey, who played in the NFL for 12 years and also an NFL scout. We're going to have people that could definitely impact your son's life, not just in sports.
Right. This event, of course, the Blueprint, the Life Skills Academy is for both sexes, but this event is principally for boys.
Yeah, this event is principally for boys.
Okay, okay. You'll still have some girls out there cheering them on.
Oh, yeah. It's an event where if you want to come and watch,
right.
or if you're a coach and you're in the area and you want to come and help out and participate, but if you want to participate as a coach, you need to let us know in advance,
right,
so we can know what area you want to help work in. And we welcome all the schools in Georgetown and Horry and Williamsburg and outside. If you had the beach visiting and want to, come to the event, just call us and come on down.
545-8861. That is an amazing offer. I think the biggest thing here is what you're about to share, which is the cost for young men if they can get out for the event there on Saturday, June 7th.
Well, the cost is only $25 to register, and thanks to Mark Lazarus and his business partners. Mark, weren't for Mark, I don't think we'd be able to do this event.
Wow.
Him and his business partners, when I met with Mark and them and I told them this is what I'm trying to do, Mark and his partner, they own Wild Water World,
right,
down there, Wild Water Wheels rather,
right,
down there in Soccer's Tee, and they bought Cooter's Corner, and they bought another store over there on 701 South. I think it's called Oak Street,
right,
convenience store. But these guys really came into the community, and I said, Mark, if you're building these businesses here in the community, you're building a marina there at the Georgetown at Black River,
right,
you need to know the people in the community.
Yes.
So he says, what can I do? I says, well, most of these people have kids, grandkids, grandson, and so get behind what I'm trying to do here and come on in and help me, and then you're going to meet some of these people because, you're going to be at the event, and he was supposed to be here today, but unfortunately had an engagement with his son. They were doing a tour, and he was one of the chaperones. But Mark is really, and another thing is good about this event, every young man that attends, they get a free pass
to Wild Water and Wheels.
To Wild Water and Wheels, and you will be videoed on WPDE and aired the next week on TV.
Is that right? Son
Yes.
of a gun. Well, even though that's a competing TV station, we should support that.
We all love the kids because, you
Respect
got to
that.
think about one thing. Like I tell people, if we don't educate these kids, then there's not going to be no retail business. Then, you can't make no business.
Right.
Can't make no money.
That's a very good point. Well, Wild Water and Wheels down there in Surfside Beach is incredible and a popular place. My daughter spends half the summer there. I mean, she loves
I love
Wild
it too.
Water Wheels. So Mark throwing that in as a benefit for all these kids, many of whom may never been to the water park or even to any water park. Folks from all over the PD.
And on top of that, Greg, Mark also, he said, what about let's sponsor some kids that, mom and dad are kind of struggling. So we're sponsoring between 75 and 100 kids.
No way.
And he came in and he says, look, I'm gonna make these T-shirts work for us. So he really stepped up, and you need people like that in your communities. And I know even though he's from the Myrtle Beach area, we're all from the same, pretty much the same base. But that's what it's all about with me. This is not an organization, an event about making money. It's about touching these young men's lives, because I firmly believe if you got a young man, especially if he wants to play football or any kind of sports, or if he wants to go and be successful in life, he's going to learn something from some of these people that we have here speaking on, the different mentors that we're going to have here. Mm-hmm. And we're going to touch their lives.
Now, you will also have children out there who may not be as athletic as some of the other kids there, and you'll still have activities for them, or they'll be through the entire process. I mean, clearly some kids are a little more athletic than others, or do you want folks who are really focused on football?
No, I put it like this. You could take a young man that may not have the best athletic ability, but if he comes out there, we're going to work with him on his footwork.
Right.
We're going to work with him on his self-esteem.
Right.
He might have been a kid that didn't want to go out as his respective high school or middle school, but if he comes out here, we're going to enhance him to give him more self-confidence where he may go out and be better than most of the people that was out there. Because I firmly believe if you come out to this event, you're going to learn more in 6 hours than if you are a junior or senior than you've learned pretty much the whole time you've been in middle school and high school. Because, first of all, we're teaching the things that the pros teach, number one. We're not teaching high school techniques. We're not teaching college techniques. We're going to teach you how to take away certain things from your opponent if you're a cornerback. If you're an offensive lineman, we're going to teach you certain things to do to a defensive lineman, to take away some things from him. Same way if you are a defensive lineman with an offensive lineman. So if you're a linebacker, I'm going to teach you how to read the offense. If you're a free safety, I'm going to tell you what to look for to know when it's a pass, not reading the quarterback or reading through the center to the quarterback like most people teach in high school. I'm going to teach you the things that they teach at the pros level. And I firmly believe if you come out and spend a day out there, then you're going to grasp the things that the pros do, and it's going to help you to be much better for your techniques, your knowledge of the game, and the discipline. Because football is a discipline sport. We're going to have a nutritional speaker there, a weightlifting instructor, so we're going to try to cover everything we could possibly cover for you.
And in that 6-hour period, you think you and the other celebrity football players and coaches can make that much of an impact, or really they can pick up that many good pointers?
Let me tell you, Mark, not Mark, but Greg, I work with young men and young ladies on life skills. I normally spend 35 minutes to an hour with them, and we talk about the 10 principles of success. Right. If you give me a young man for 6 hours, I could take that young man and put him ahead. If he's in the 9th grade, I can put him on a 12th grade level when it comes to the game of football. Wow. All he got to do is go and continue to work on it, because I know what I've been doing with our life skill program has been working. And I only spend about 35 to 50 minutes with those kids. Oh, yeah. Okay? So if you give me the time 6 hours, believe me, 6 hours, I could take a young man and turn him into, as they would call it in football, he'd be untouchable. Because it's all about, first of all, self-confidence about the game, your attitude toward the game, knowing what you're doing. Right. If you don't know what you're doing, I can look at a football game. Matter of fact, I think that's one of the reasons I don't coach. Because I can look at a football game and I can say, I can shut that offense down. Give me 4 minutes with those guys on the sideline, or 2 minutes, and I could shut that offense down. I'm on looking at it from an offensive standpoint. I know what this defense is doing. I could take this offense and I could scope on that defense because I know what they're doing. That's my knowledge of the game. I was very blessed to be coached by the legendary Willie Jeffrey. He's going to be here. Right. Then I was coached by Chuck Knox with the Buffalo Bills. Then I went to was coached by Air Coryell with the San Diego Chargers. Then I went for the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. And then I played in Hamilton, Ontario. So I'm not taking nothing away from any coach in Georgetown or Horry or Williamsburg School District. Right. But I just don't believe that there's a coach out there that knows more football than me. And I don't coach.
You still want those coaches to come and volunteer.
I want them to be there because
them to pick up some of these skills as well.
That's what it's all about.
Right.
That's what it's all about. It's not about me.
545-8861. A lot of folks may need to take off right now, but blueprintleadership.org.
www.blueprintleadership.org. You can view our website, get signed up, and if you can't, you don't have access to a computer, call us, give us your information. I'll get back to you at 843-545-8861.
I got to pull this up, the Blueprint Leadership Academy's the life skills workbook here.
The 10 principles for success.